name is Eddie, and I am a therapist who specializes in trauma, anxiety, and mom stress. So, the one thing you can do this week to absolutely change your life is to go for a walk. A sunny walk doesn't have to be sunny, you can even be overcast like what I'm doing right now. But the one thing you can do to change your life is to go for a walk. Now, I know this sounds a little like over dramatic and it kind of feels like an underwhelming answer to figuring out, I don't know, like your life's problems or to change your life, so to speak. But let me explain to you why going for the walk could change your life. Now, I think we all recognize that walking is great for mental health, yada, 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 stress reduction, yada. We hear all the things. We need to be more active. We need to get off the couch. We need to blah, blah, blah. All of those things are valid. However, somehow we just undervalue, we don't really give walking credit, right? It's not like a CrossFit workout. It's not like running. It's not like a hard Peloton exercise. It just feels pointless to go for a walk. And even though we see the benefits of it and we talk about it all the time, we really don't value walking. However, I'm going to give you some reasons why walking really is important and why we need to value it more. First of all, as a trauma therapist, I specialize in EMDR. I understand the benefits of the left and the right brain and accessing both parts of the brain. And when you walk, you access both parts of the brain. So someone who has anxiety or has trauma or depression, their ideas tend to ruminate, right? Like, you ever notice like you just can't let something go? But when you go for a walk, you allow the left and the right parts of the brain to work together to digest and to process those feelings, those emotions, those thoughts. And for whatever reason, yeah, we feel better and we're kind of thinking like, oh, it's hormones or neurotransmitters, it's all this stuff that's improving, why we feel better after a walk. But really, it may be your ability to process things that are stuck in one part of the brain that you just can't seem to shake or can't seem to let go of. Walking helps to alleviate that by processing, using the left and the right movement of your body to help process those feelings and emotions and thoughts. And for me personally, as a therapist who goes for a walk, I try to go for a daily walk. That's, I think, how it helps me to stay sane and helps me to like hold the space for my clients, is because I'm able to let the stuff go. I don't hold on to people's trauma, and I think in part of that is because of the walk. The second part, obviously we get the vitamin D, we understand all of that, but there's a growing area of mental health which is called psychobiotics, which is looking at gut health and the microbiomes in our stomachs, and recognizing that really our guts play a huge role in our mental health. And depending on what's happening in our guts, that's actually impacting our mood more so than possibly our own brains. So when you feel good after a walk, it might be because your gut microbiome down here is actually improving. And what some of this research is showing is that when we, with pandemic and mental health and all of that stuff and being antibacterial and antiseptic, we have been killing off the germs, the good germs, the sort of gut bacteria that actually improve our moods and improve our thinking. And we sometimes think like, oh, I feel good after a walk because I don't know, like I must have accessed, dopamine or serotonin or whatever it is. What some of the research is showing is that there's actually the gut microbiome likes the walks, and it actually increases and it multiplies and it regenerates the lost bacteria that are lost through our poor diet, through our use of antibiotics, through, like just whatever. And so when you increase, they get a little happy and they multiply and they grow, and that actually improves our mood. Can you believe that? Like, I had a hard time believing it as well, but some of the science and some of the research is showing that that is actually happening, and that is helping our mood. So again, if you're saying to me that if I have, I don't know, 1,000,000 bacteria and going for a walk can increase my good bacteria to like 10 million, and that's going to make me feel good, and that's actually going to help me feel better and less stressed, well then why wouldn't you go for the walk? Go for the walk. And finally, one of the things that we're also seeing is the relationship to walking with just our ability to improve our socialization. So one of the studies that I read, and I actually listened to a podcast, was this guy was actually presenting this notion of, as human beings, it's in our nature to walk. It's in our, as human beings, we migrated, we walked everywhere. We believe in the power of the march. We believe in the power of socialization. As human beings, we're extremely social creatures. We have been isolated these last couple of years, and so again, our mental health has declined. By accessing a walk with a friend or a loved one or whatever, talking to someone, you're actually increasing the relationship, the connection that we have with other human beings, which also improves our mental health. So again, why wouldn't you go for the walk? It just seems like so brainless. Now think about this. If you've gone for a walk and you feel better, you might get your creative idea. You might get that brilliant aha idea because you have increased gut microbiome, or you're talking to a friend and they encourage you to do something, or they support your $1 billion idea, or you come up with an idea yourself and it comes to you. And then you're coming home and you're drinking a glass of water, which also helps to hydrate your body. And maybe you're deciding that you're going to improve your, what you put into your body, aka a piece of fruit or whatever it is. So you see how like it could be a domino effect, and maybe because you've come up with the aha idea, you've actually identified something that can, improve again your mental health, because you're going to come up with $1 million idea, and so you're going to then execute it and you're going to activate it, and who knows, you could be like the next Oprah. So go for the walk, go for the walk, go for the walk. It might change your life. I'm going to see, I have my own ideas as to what I think the walk is going to help me accomplish. So I would love to hear how your walks are helping you, and tune into the next one for another great tip. Take care. Bye, guys.